Welcome to a new anime on the channel, and this is going to be the first anime of spring 2026. It is Agents of the Four Seasons, Dance of Spring. Now, this anime I am so excited for because the one thing that I know about it is that it's by the author of Violet Evergarden, and I watched Violet Evergarden way back when it aired, and I loved it. So now I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with this one, right? I'm sure the story is gonna be great. I'm sure the vibes are gonna be on point. So I don't really know anything about the story. I read the synopsis and watched the trailer like a few weeks ago. But I don't really remember much about what the story is. I think there's kind of like the agents of different seasons, and I think one of them goes missing or something, and that's about all I remember. I know that it's by Studio Wit, which I'm excited about, and I know that the music is by Kinsuke Ushio, who is very prolific, right, as a composer, so I'm excited about that. I'm gonna quickly check out some of the stuff before we get into it. It's going to be a 14-episode show. It is categorized as a drama, fantasy, romance, and some of the staff working on this is the director is Yamamoto Kin, who they've directed. I don't see anything that they've directed that I've seen before. Mostly just like key animation, storyboarding, in between animation. So this might be one of their first directorial works, if not even their directorial debut, which is kind of cool, right? Okay, sure. And then let me quickly see. Well, I already know who the music is. It's Kinsuke Ushio, so let me not check that out. I see that some of the VAs are really prolific. There's like Aoyama Yoshino, Kana Hanazawa, Usaka Sumire, some big names in this, so I'm excited for it. Anyways, as always, if you wanna watch this, uncut and unblurred, is also on Patreon in the description, and let's go into what's the shortened title? Agents of the Four Seasons, Episode 1. Uh-oh. Please no. Please no. Oh my goodness. The Dance of Spring. Whoa, that was not the opening I was expecting. Okay. Oh my goodness. Mm. Mm. This country's Agent of Spring. So it feels like it's gonna be a story about like trauma, overcoming trauma. Probably moving on, right? And stuff. Interesting. She's very motivated. Hmm. There's no spring, right? Right? Yeah. おお、okay. She does get moments like this. Yeah, it definitely feels like it's gonna be analogous to, you know, the winter being analogous to maybe moving on from a certain period in life and making the snow melt and, you know, changing or growing as a person finally after stagnation. That's kind of what it feels like. That's cool if that's the case. Too much for her. Too much. Archaism. I'm loving the art style. Something's gonna happen at the top. Mmm. お、there's another person. A kid. うーん。What an interesting premise. She can talk to kids though. Okay, Nazuna. Do you think the crowds of people, do you think it reminds her of the scene that we saw at the beginning of, like, you know, the people and the shooting and stuff like that, a bunch of people, like the crowds, the noise, maybe it kind of like reminds her of that and gives her PTSD? I think so, right? That would make sense. But if it's one person, like a kid like this, it's different. There hasn't been a spring in 10 years, right? Mm. Mm.
冬なのは冬の大公社様が季節を呼んだからでしょ。そう、物知りだね。授業でやったもん。春夏秋冬、それぞれの大公社様が大地を巡って季節を。そっか、春夏秋冬の春って春。思い出してくれた？でもなんか怪しい。本物の大公社様なら神様なんでしょ？見せて。お前。ナズナちゃん、今から見せます。でもね、少し訂正。ひなぎくは神様じゃありません。力は預けられてるの。大公社として季節を届ける。
On behalf of one, on behalf of a goddess.
彼の力は生命促進。神秘の力はあります。でもそれは預けられてるだけ。こういうことできる以外、普通の人と同じ。変わりません。
What about?
あくまで大公社。
It's just an angel.
春
Okay.
夏秋冬を司る大公社。
Are the other three agents the same as well? Or they were granted power by the goddess? I'm
これ
guessing
で分かっただろ。
that that's the
ここ
case.
を去れ。やだ。山を雪かきしてどうする。全部雪じゃないか。誰かにやれと言われたのか。自分でやりたいから来てるの。嘘をつくな。嘘じゃないもん。とにかくダメだ。避難しろ。やだやだやだやだやだ。
I should've.
笑い事じゃありません。笑ってません。ほら、真面目。日が暮れる前に儀式をしないといけないのに。ねえ、さくら。なずなちゃんのご家族、探してきてもらってもいい？その間、ひなぎくん、なずなちゃんとここで待ってるから。
Ooh, that's dangerous.
大丈夫だよ。
I'm worried.
ちょっとの間だし。そのちょっとで。
Sakura's also scarred.
またあんなことになった。私はもう二度と。私はごめんね、さくら。もう気にしなくていいんだよ。しますよ。一生します。過去に戻れるなら、あの時の自分を殺してやりたい。殺してやりたい。殺してやりたい。さくら、今のひなぎくは一緒でしょ。だから
They both have a lot of baggage.
大丈夫だよ。申し訳ありません。一時ですが失念しておりました。さくらはひなぎく様の守り刀です。御身のなすべきこと、なされたいことを助けなくては。特例ではありますが、このエビ娘に付き添いましょう。そうされたいのですよね。
Ooh.
なずな
Ooh.
ちゃん、そのお帽子、かわいいね。でしょ？お母さんが選んでくれたんだ。なずなのお気に入り。ありがとう、おばさん。おばさんはやめろ。私は
Ma'am.
姫高さくら。
19.
まだ
Okay.
19歳だぞ。じゃあ、ありがとう、さくら。ひなぎくは
Is Hinagiku the same age?
どうして10年もかくれんぼしてたの？大人が言ってたよ。ずっと冬なのは神隠しのせいだって。神隠しって神様のかくれんぼのことでしょ。ひなぎく様のせいでは不幸な事故だ。事故？じゃあ怪我して病院にいたの？違う。だがお前に語るべきことではない。なんで？関係ないだろ。あるよ。うちのお父さん、観光のお仕事だもん。
He got affected.
南の島なのに冬が長くて雪も降るようになったから困ってるんだって。うちお金あんまりないの、そのせいだもん。好きなものだって買ってもらえないもん。別に意地悪で言ったんじゃないよ。ね、内緒だけど、
Ah,
教えます。
the pressure and the guilt.
ね、耐え忍
うーん。
今は負けていても諦めてはダメ。戦うことできる日を待つこと。困難が起きても冬眠する動物たちみたく耐えて耐えて耐えるの。決して投げ出さないで生きていれば必ずいつかは春が来るから。それを10年してたの？それだけじゃないけど、ひなぎくんなりに戦っていまして。よくわからないけど、ひなぎくんも大変だったってことなんだね。
うーん。
そうなのかな。でも、みんなに迷惑かけた分、これからすごく頑張るから、ひなぎくんのこと、見ててね。さあ、もういいだろ。深い事情があったのだ。ひなぎく様にそれ以上喋らせるな。怒鳴らないで。
That's
大人
rough.
ってどうしてすぐそうやって怒鳴るの？悪かった。意地悪しないでよ。ナズナ、大人嫌い。意地悪だもん。大人の人、ナズナちゃんに辛く当たるの？
Is that why she's outside instead of being home? Oh man, that's rough. That's a rough beginning.
ほとんど山頂のはずですが、一体どこまで？
Is that a graveyard?
着いた。
Oh, oh, never mind.
お前、一体何して？雪かき。
That's what you were saying.
でも、ここ、お墓だよ。知ってるよ。この下にね、お母さんが寝てるの。寒いとかわいそうだから。うちの窓からここが見えるの。毎日見るの。見ちゃうの。夏は良かった。お花が綺麗で寂しくなさそう。秋は良かった。もみじがお布団になってくれるから。でも、冬はね。
Bro, fuck.
お母さん、寒いんじゃないかって。もしそうじゃなくてもしたいのに。それってダメなことかな。いや、だがどうせ変だって、おかしいって言うんでしょ。大人ってだからやだ。父さんもそう言うよ。お母さんはもうどこにもいないんだって。そんなことしても意味ないからやめろって。でもお母さんはここにいる。だから意味ある。おかしくない。変なことじゃない。シャク、ナズナちゃん、お母さんに好きって言いたいんだね。大好きだから、それだけ。そうだ。そうだった。ひなぎく様、あれは知らないのです。本身がいない10年、ナズナは春を知らずに生きてきました。あれこそきっと我々がすることを必要としている民です。
Oh
本
man.
当にいたね。ひなぎくん、必要な人。
What an opening to this
対抗
anime.
者は緑に力を使ってはなりません。しかし、幼き民の悲しみを憂い、ここで儀式を行うことくらい、死期はお許しになられるはず。そして、ここにあらせられるは春の代行者、かようひなぎく様。
Ah, okay, so is that how it's going to
ひなぎ
be?
く様、この国に春を。いざやいざや、桜見物といたしましょう。ご安心くださいませ。春の権限、見事果たしてみ
Is
せ
she
ま
gonna
し
be
ょう。
going around?
ナズナちゃん。ね、ひなぎくん、決めました。ここでね、春を呼びます。春が来ると、雪は溶けるの。雪かきは必要なくなります。お母さんね、寒くなくなるんだよ。
I see. So this, I'm guessing that's how it's going to be, right? We're going to be getting stories of people who have been suffering because of the lack of spring or whatever reason there is. And they'll become the reason for her to bring spring about. Let's see this. Let's see the rite. Wow. 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 She did it.
ナズナ、
Oh, stop. Come on, man. It's episode 1. You can't do this to me. Oh, with her mom.
ねえ、ナズナちゃん。ほら、春だよ。どうして忘れてたのかな。大事な思い出なのに、なんで覚えてられないだろう。
Bro, it's episode 1. Please, chill.
高いな。ね、さくら。さくら。お前のようなもののために、ひなぎく様は頑張ってきたんだ。自分じゃない、他の誰かのために。どうしようもなく辛くて、それでも頑張ってきた。今それが報われて、春が来て、お前が喜んでくれたのが、嬉しい。ナズナ、嬉しいよ。ナズナ、誇れ。今は寂しくとも、お前は世界に愛されているぞ。
Wow.
お粗末様でございました。
Wow.
春は無事、ここにいます。
Wow. That's gorgeous.
初めに冬があった。世界には冬しか季節がなく、冬は孤独に耐えかね、春を作った。春は冬を、冬は春を恋したい。仲睦まじく繰り返した。
冬はさらに夏と秋を作った。春は冬を追いかけ、夏と秋が続く。季節は春夏秋冬と巡るようになったが、春と冬の蜜月はもう存在しなかった。
Wow.
夏と秋は提案をした。
大地に住まう者に自分たちの役割を任せてはどうかと。四季たち
Mmm.
は人間の一部にその力をお与えになり、冬は永遠に春を愛す時間を得た。
神話はそう伝えている。春には桜の絨毯を、
Aquino made the
夏には
song.
緑の海を、秋には銀杏のたわりを。
冬には白銀のゆりかごを。
一年をかけて大地を巡り歩き、季節の寵愛を神羅万象に送る。
神よりその権能を授かり使命を担う者。その名を四季の大
The
公者。
agents of the four seasons.
ひなぎく。
Oh? Is that winter?
四季の大公者の物語であり、
神話の続きであり、
人殺しの話であり、
救済の話
Wow.
であり、友情の話であり、よくある恋の話であり。
そして人々 人が織りなす人生の話でもある。
物語はようやくここから始まる。
Wow. Dance of Spring. I don't want to see anything about episode 2 though. What a first episode. I had a feeling, knowing the limited information about the show that I did, that this was going to be a fantastic show. And even then, this eclipsed all of my expectations. This was absolutely incredible, the first episode here. I loved every second of this one. So I am really liking the premise. It seems, and I'm gonna try not to compare it too much to Violet Evergarden just because it is its own show, but I feel like I want to point out that it does seem very similar in the sense of it seems like it's going to be one of those things where she, Hinagiku, is going to be traveling around and bringing spring to people who need it, right? At least that would be my guess. I don't know if the spring is only like a one-time thing when she does it once and now the entire country has spring and she's done her deed for this year, or if it's gonna be one of those things where she's gonna need to go to other places as well. It seems like it is going to be one of those things where she's gonna need to travel around and bring spring to people who need it, hear their stories, hear the reason why they need spring to come around, right, and help them out, and in the process of doing that, overcoming her own trauma that she has, right, her own baggage that she's carrying around this journey, and Sakura as well. I'm sure Sakura's baggage as well, right? So it seems like it's going to be one of those things. I do want to quickly go back and check that first scene again, because I didn't really know what was happening, so let me see it just again.
悲しいことがたくさん起きるわ。
I'm sure we're gonna get more information about this.
とにかく生きて。危ない！さくら！いつか必ず返り咲く時が来るから。ひなきく様を早く！
Oh, is that him? Is that him? Is that the guy that we saw? Maybe. But then what happened with Sakura? And then there's the tree. We saw the roots of the tree in one of the flashbacks. But Sakura seems okay here. She says that she's obviously regretting that moment the most. That's the big regret, the big trauma, the big baggage that she's carrying around is that moment there. And I wonder what exactly happened. I'm sure, as I said, we're gonna be seeing more of it as it progresses. Also, it seems like, well, I don't know. I was gonna say it seems like back in this flashback, Hina, I don't know why I have such a hard time remembering her name. Hinagiku, in that flashback, I was going to say that she doesn't sound like she's speaking the way that she is now, but also she was just screaming Sakura, so we can't really hear it. So I wonder if her speech pattern here is kind of like just a thing that she has normally, or if it's in any way, shape, or form connected to her trauma and stuff like that, because trauma can induce, like, you know, different irregular speech patterns, or yeah, anything like that, stuff like that, right? So I wonder. But either way though, yeah, as I said, this has been an absolutely fantastic first episode. I am so excited to see where this goes. I'm sure we're gonna be crying a lot during this journey. I'm sure it's gonna be a fantastic one. But yeah, I'm most curious about Hinagiku herself and to see what exactly, how they're going to explore her as a character. It does seem like this entire thing, as I said earlier, of her bringing about spring is kind of like a thing of moving on from past trauma, and she's gonna bring spring for other people, and then eventually I'm sure she's going to be able to bring spring for herself as well, or she's gonna be able to move on and advance the time from the past. And for Sakura as well, I'm gonna guess that we're gonna get an episode where it's gonna be Sakura who's gonna be, I guess, the reason for Hinagiku's spring, right? Also, I'm looking at the list now. It's Sakura who's voiced by Aoyama Yoshino. That's crazy. That's so insane. And I wanted to check quickly with the VAs. Nazuna is voiced by Toyama Nao. Nazuna sounded fantastic here. Sasuke. I'm pretty sure that's kid Sasuke. Yui from Oregairu, Nagisa from Assassination Classroom, Rin from Eurocamp, Ruka from Rent-A-Girlfriend, Tomoe from Bunny Girl Senpai. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I watch on the channel or something that I can bring up, but I don't really see it. But a huge name though, a huge name. Yeah, I don't see anything off the top of my head here. Yeah, she sounded fantastic in this. And the main character, Hinagiku, is voiced by Nukui Yuka. Nukui Yuka, who do you voice? Because I don't know her by name. And I'm looking at it here, and it's a pretty... It's not a known VA from what I'm seeing, at least to me. I guess she voiced one of the... Macia from Fate Strange Fate. I think that's one of the helpers of the Overseer. So one of the his nuns, right? And I mean, she has a minor role in 86. She was just Kairo Mikuri, I guess. Apart from that, I don't see anything that I know. So yeah, interesting. Yeah, interesting. So either way, this has been a 10 out of 10 first episode. I am very much excited to see more of it, and also scared because I feel like it's going to destroy me. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this as well. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.